Welcome back to Cosmoholics Anonymous. I am your favorite girl, Bo Vintage, and today's video is my Love and Hip Hop review. I know a bunch of you are probably waiting for your Instagram shout outs. I will shout you guys out in my next video. I know a bunch of you guys are waiting for my car tour. I was going to film it today, but it's mad snow outside and like I'm just not going out there, so I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to wait. I will show you guys, I guess, a sneak peek right now. My car is covered in snow and I didn't feel like going out there and wiping the snow off of it. I'm obviously gonna have to do it eventually. So I'm hoping for tomorrow, maybe even later tonight, I might go out there and show you guys. But as of right now, I'm not going out there. But I will definitely shout out the people that voted for my aunt for that cabana thing. I will shout you guys out in my next video, which will be, I don't know what my next video is gonna be. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's go beat our faces. Welcome back to Cosmoholics Anonymous. I am your favorite girl, Bo Vintage, and today's video is my Love and Hip Hop recap. Okay, let's get it popping right away. So the episode actually started off with Cardi and Cognac. They were just discussing Cognac's life. And I was actually surprised to find out that Cognac is in school for fashion, and she's actually coming out with her fashion line. So I'm kind of excited to see what her style is like and what she's going to bring to the table in terms of fashion. By looking at her, like what she wears, I would never ever guess that she was a fashion student. Not really sure why, but I think it's pretty cool that she's in school despite the fact that she's on the show. I think that's awesome that she's actually in school, like building a career for herself. I think that's dope. When I saw the little monkeys, because they were playing with like a monkey or like taking pictures with monkeys, I was so jealous and I was like, I wish they had that in Jamaica. Like, maybe they do and I just don't know, but like I really love monkeys. I was so jealous when I saw them. Like, oh my god, I need a monkey. Like I've always wanted a pet monkey since like Friends was on the air. Like I used to love Ross's monkey so much and I always wanted to have a monkey as a pet. Oh wait, I think it's actually legal in Ottawa. There's some parts of Canada that you can't have pets. Or like in Ontario, like in Toronto, you cannot have like exotic animals, some kinds of exotic animals. Mama Bougie is about to pull out the blow dryer to blow dry my window because it's frozen again and I'm sweating. Honestly, it's miraculously hot in here and I'm not here for it. The defrosting shit ain't work, okay? It's taking way too long. I ain't got all day, so we're just gonna have to continue. I will suffer through it for the love of the tube. Cardi was making Hennessy cry because they were just complimenting each other about life and just saying how proud they are. And you know, Hennessy really looks up to Cardi as her older sister, and you know, I guess they're both just inspirations to each other, which is really dope. I think that's cute. But I do need to insert this clip right here because this child said, she said procrastinate, and I said, hold the hell on. I replayed the clip like 4 times just to make sure I wasn't playing the ass, and she sure enough did say that shit. So here it is. This is her trying to say procrastinate, and I said no.
I got this. It might seem like I'm procrastinating, but I feel like I'm getting everything together right now.
She need to go back. She need to go back to school. How she in college, almost done for fashion, and she don't even know how to say procrastinating. What? Procrastinating. I said, don't use words you don't know how to use. Don't use words you don't know how to pronounce. Just don't. Okay, take a page out of Bryson Till's little book. Okay, don't. Hello, hi. Moving on. So the next scene was Juju and Yandy, and Yandy stopped by Juju's hotel room to, I guess, bury the hatchet, but Juju wasn't having it. She was just like, she just wasn't taking no shit. Her and Yandy begin to argue about the book, Juju saying her part, Yandy saying hers. And like I said last week, I'm definitely team Juju in this. Yandy is too full of her damn self. She has no reason to be either. So Yandy was calling her a keyboard killer. Okay, basically trying to say like she was trying to use her story in her book without her consent and blah blah blah. And Juju is just not here for it. Like, she's not going to admit that, and I don't blame her because Yandy's situation is very common, and if Juju is your friend and she's telling you, like, no, I would never do that to you, then take it for what it is and move on. Like, she was steady there trying to get Juju to admit that that one story of the Instagram girl making fake pages was about her, and it wasn't. Yandy didn't really seem to understand why Juju was so upset, because Yandy's like, I just asked you a question. I don't understand why you went off or whatever. And she's like, you didn't ask me a question. You questioned my character. And that is where she had a problem with it. That is why she left the situation, because she didn't like that Yandy, you know, didn't trust her as a friend. She's like, if I've never done anything like that to you in my life, why the hell would I choose now to do that to you? You know what I mean? Like, when have I ever, if you've told me something, when have I ever taken your business and put it out there? I've never done that to you as a friend, so why are you thinking that I would do that to you now to profit off of it? Which was a very valid point. Yandy ends up apologizing, Juju accepts it, and they moved on, and you know, it was good. They're friends, so I was glad they were able to bury the hatchet that way. I was like, honestly, I don't want to see them arguing. It's not even that deep for them to be arguing like this. Like, stop it. The next scene, Creep reveals Creep Squad clothing. Corny as hell. I don't know why they decided to make that a thing. Like, they really need to stop trying to make fetch happen, because it's just not happening. Like, stop, please. Ashley, Rich's daughter, is actually working for him now. I don't know if she's working for him because he's trying to find her a spot on the show, or like if she's actually working for him. It's irrelevant either way. Ashley thinks that Creep Squad is pretty much washed up, and I could not agree more. Even though it's her dad, she's like, this shit's whack. Like, I can't deal. He needs to not be making a clothing line out of this washed up ass situation. Like, all these men are grown, a little bit too old to be creeps. And yeah, and I was like, you go ahead, girl. You were so right. Like, she couldn't be more right. Very intelligent girl, okay? Please just tell your daddy instead of telling the confessional. Like, you need to tell your dad that he's doing too much. In this scene, Rich says that he's not a creep, he's just misunderstood, which is the biggest lie of life, because every single season from 1 till now, this nigga been creeping. And I don't remember when Creep Squad actually became a thing, but he's never denied being a creep. He's always confirmed being a creep. So now all of a sudden he's trying to say he ain't a creep, he just misunderstood. Rich, go with your damn lies. You's a liar. I can't deal. Like, he's such a liar. And that is exactly why he is a creep. So in this scene, we find out that Ashley, his daughter, actually set him up on a blind date, and I knew automatically that it was going to be her mom. Like, it was obvious from the last preview, or from the preview that they showed last week, that the date was going to be the mom. They never showed her face, but I just knew. So yeah, I was looking forward to that, because I actually do like their dynamic from when they've shown her on the show. I do enjoy that, so I'm glad that it was her mom that she chose to go on a date with him. Next scene was Samantha and Kim, and we can't forget Erica, and they were all discussing how Sam and Kim went to visit Mendices, but Mendices put a block on Kim visiting him. So the whole time that Sam was there with little Mendices, Kim had to wait in the car because she was not allowed to come in to see him. I thought that was hilarious, because honestly she doesn't really have a reason to see him. Like, it's not like she's his mother-in-law. Yes, she's the grandmother of one of his, well, she's not even, apparently that's not Sam's maternal mom. So yeah, Kim has no reason to be checking Mendices. His disrespect has been, oh my god, Kim's disrespect towards Judy has been quite evident, and so I understand him not wanting to see her. But we also learned that he put a block from Erica visiting him as well, which I found really interesting, especially because Erica has been claiming that he sends her messages and fucking letters and stuff. So the fact that he put a block on seeing her just proves to us even more that Mendices really ain't fucking with this bitch. Like, why the hell is she trying to be out here fronting for the cameras, talking, basically saying the complete opposite, saying he wants her and all this, but nigga put a block on you from jail, bitch. He don't want to talk to you at all. Like,
Hello.
Hi, why are your chips?
Woo! Lit. Lewis lit.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. So Mendices actually revealed to Sam that he does not know Erica. He doesn't know who she is. And yeah, that's why he put a block on her. Like, he just ain't fucking with her, and she needs to accept it. And I guess the next question here is, what about Asim? Because that's his kid. And Erica says how Asim sent him letters and pictures for his birthday, and he didn't send anything back, and she didn't hear back from him. I think that's very sad. We don't know the validity of that, but if he has a problem with the mom, he shouldn't be, the kid should not have to feel the repercussions of that. Like, it's not fair to Asim that whatever problems the parents is having is reflecting on the kid. But, you know, I think that's how it is in a lot of situations. I'm hoping that Mendices kind of gets over that and starts communicating with his kid, even though he doesn't want to speak to the kid's mother. Erica also reveals that she has taken Asim and Omir, which is Yandy's son, to see Mendices in the past, I guess. And so she's just confused by the whole situation. She doesn't agree with his behavior, which I totally get. But based on her behavior that we've seen this season, I feel as though she has an issue letting go, and so he's just trying to make it very clear to her what it is. But they really do need to resolve their underlying issues so that Asim can see his papa and they can stop the nonsense. Like, don't take it out on the kids. Don't let the kids even witness you guys fighting like this. Like, whether you guys are together or not, you can't let the kids see you guys in your weak moments. So next they start talking about little Mendices' birthday party that Yandy and Sam are supposed to be planning together or whatever, or that Yandy's supposed to help contribute to, but Sam reveals that she hasn't heard anything from Yandy. So Sam says that she's still going to extend the invite to Yandy, and she's hoping that Yandy will come and bring the kids, but that's basically where she's going to leave it at. She's trying to be grown, I guess, in the situation. Based on their last discussion, I thought that they were gonna be planning this party together, like, but apparently not, so we'll hear more about that further into the episode. So this next scene is fine ass Joel's in his Jordan number 9s looking like a snack. Okay, a whole fucking snack. Hey. What?
You behave yourself.
You behave yourself. Don't listen to me when I'm recording my videos. If I want to talk about Joel Santana, I will.
No, you won't.
But I just did.
No.
And what are you gonna do? You're not gonna do nothing, so just cut the fuckery and stay in your lane. As I was saying, Joel's fine ass made sure that the house was nice and clean for his baby mama, okay? When she came back from Mexico, the house was looking spotless. It looked really good. He must have hired fucking Molly Maid, okay? He must have hired Mimi Faust. He must have called up Mimi and said, bitch, I need a maid real quick, okay? Come clean my house. And so the house was spotless, and Kimbella was super impressed by this. She was ready to bust it open for Zaddy, and I was like, yes, Kimbella, bust it open for this man because he's just so fine. I was like, same. Anyway, Joel ends up saying, so what you had on that beach though? And I was dying. I said, this nigga is too much for me. I need a setting powder. I said, this nigga is too much for me. Like, he did not just ask this lady what she had on the beach. I was like, he's so funny. He called his kids Rugrats, and I was like, oh hell no. But I thought it was funny. He was like how he doesn't know how she does it, and I was really glad that he got to see, like, or he got to experience motherhood for a day or two or whatever, however long they were in Mexico for. I was glad that he got to you know, spend time with his kids and really see what moms have to go through. I'm saying that like I'm a damn mother, like, but seriously, I'm glad he got to see the struggle, because now he can appreciate his lady even more. And he was like, I love you. And I was like, oh my God, this is so sweet.
Babe, I love you.
I love you too, babe.
Why?
Okay, just get out of my shit, man.
Yo.
Anyway, that scene was very sweet and I did really enjoy it. So this next scene, Remy is off to meet Fat Joe. And Remy looks good. Remy always looks good. Like, she always looking shit poppin'. There's only been like 1 or 2 scenes where I've seen Remy looking like, girl, wow. But like, usually she looks really fucking good. And her teeth are so pretty. Like, I promise. You guys know I love teeth. So, but like, Remy's teeth are just everything. They look so nice. You know, they're just perfect. Like, she has perfect teeth and they look so good. I love her smile. I love her laugh. I'm gay for Remy, clearly. Like, clearly. What? What did you just say? But yeah, I never ever have pointed that out, so I just had to point out her teeth looking fucking scrumptious. She's telling Fat Joe how she wants to do her solo album, but she's also telling him that she wants to, you know, do the whole mom thing, have a baby, and he supports her 100%, which I found real cool. And he actually said, like, a couple years ago, he probably wouldn't agree with that. He probably wouldn't see how she could do both and juggle it, but throughout his years of growth, he actually agrees with it, and he definitely thinks that she can do both, which is what I've been saying this whole fucking time. I don't understand why she thought that she could do one or the other. I'm glad she's definitely changed her mind since the whole baby fiasco happened. But yeah, she wants to go forward and have a baby. And she also wants to work on her solo album. And I'm ready. Like, when Remy dropped this album, honestly, I feel like she should have dropped it already, just because she's been out for a while. Like, she's had the #1 singles and all that shit. And she's definitely doing her thing right now. But I do wish that she would have dropped it already. I feel like she needs to stay on top of it. But there is really no competition right now, because Nicki Minaj has been MIA since Pink Print dropped, and yeah, there's no competition really. So she needs to hurry up and fuck it up, drop this album, and I'ma cop it. Like, you can have my Apple Music coins, baby girl. I will bump that shit. I like Remy's style of rap because Remy's gangster as fuck, and we know she's gangster in real life because she's shooting at people and shit, okay, and going to jail and shit. So we know that she's really about that life, and so I love when I know that the person that I'm listening to has lived what they're rapping about. I love that shit. So that's why I like Remy as a rapper. She's just a real ass bitch. She's hood. Like, nobody crosses me once. Y'all remember when she said that last season? I was like, yes, Remy, you better tell her. You better get her life. Anyway, yeah, that's basically how I feel about that. So this next scene.
You ain't shining like I'm shining.
You ain't fresh as I miss. Don't be singing no bow wow in my house.
He's from Columbus.
Look, guys, look at the shooter's shadow. Oh, it tastes like ketchup chips.
Yum!
So in this next scene, Sam and what's your name? Yandy meet up. The first thing that came out of Sam's mouth was that she was inviting Yandy to the party. Yandy was caught off guard because she was like, wait a second, I thought we were planning this party together. Yandy also says in her like confessional that she figured that the party came and went because his birthday was a couple days ago and she hadn't heard anything, so she figured that they did it without her or whatever. She's claiming that since they last spoke, you know, she never heard anything from Sam, but my question is, did you follow up? Like, I get it, it is Sam's kid, you know, Sam should be the one to say like, okay, so this is my ideas for the party, but like, if you don't hear anything from somebody and you want to actually do something with them, then why wouldn't you reach out and be like, hey, what's going on? You know, like, isn't that common sense? So she's trying to put all the blame on Samantha, but honestly, they both play a major role in that, and I don't agree with that. But she should have been at least happy with the fact that she should have been happy with the fact that Sam even reached out to her, like, you know, wanted to invite her to the party. I think that the whole situation could have been handled over a text message or, like, you know, a phone call. She did not need to meet up with her to discuss anything. Like, bye, bitch. But, you know, it is the show. So, yeah. So, the meeting was pretty much a waste of time. It actually ended up going very left because once Sam invited her, she was just like, okay, first of all, I don't appreciate the fact that my kids weren't allowed to speak to their big brother on his birthday. She was saying that Omir had actually called Mendici's phone, little Mendici's phone, 4 times and couldn't get through. She also said that once he couldn't get through because he was very devastated, she called Sam's phone maybe 2 times and she couldn't get through. I don't know who to believe in the situation because Sam is saying that she did not call at all. There's no missed calls. She said little Mendici has his own phone and he would have no reason not to answer the phone and blah, blah, blah. And so I wasn't really sure about, I'm not sure about the whole situation, but it's a he said, she said thing or a she said thing, and either way it's really sad because these kids are really going through it because these fucking moms can't get along, and it's really annoying. Sam also made it a point to say that there's no way that these phone calls happened because Yandy was busy in Mexico and blah, 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 blah. And Sam must have brought up Mexico like 40 times during this episode, and I was just like, okay, really? Like, these bitches are mad jealous. Like, you damn well know she went to Mexico on Mona's behalf. Like, I couldn't deal. I was like, why are they so fucking pressed? Like, they're so mad that Yandy was in Mexico. She's saying that she didn't call. She wasn't with the kids because, and so she can't say that they called because she was in Mexico living it up. Obviously, that was more important than little Mendici's birthday and blah, blah, blah. So that's what Sam was saying about Yandy. Anyway, the conversation ends up going left because Sam decides she wants to bring up Erica. I personally felt like it was unnecessary because, you know, if Yandy and Erica have a little tiff or whatever, let them deal with it on their own. Sam has nothing to do with that situation and she does not need to involve herself in it. I think it's evident that Sam and Yandy were co-parenting at one point, but ever since Erica and Sam started like hanging out, it's been an issue. Yandy denies the fact that she has a problem with Erica. She says, I don't have a problem with either of you. And Sam says, oh, sure you don't. Like, she was being mad sarcastic, which pissed Yandy off. When Sam said that, Yandy was like, you called me a bitch. Like, that's what I had a problem with. I didn't have a problem with you per se. I had a problem with you calling me out my name. She's like, bitch, 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 bitch. When I get mad, that's the word I use. What you gonna do, pop me again? She's like, Yandy said, you called me a bitch. That's worth getting your mouth popped. And I said, oh shit, you know what? She right. Like, she was actually right. That is, like, it was unnecessary for Sam to call her a bitch. But people say bitch when they're mad, so it's kind of like, whatever. Like, I call people bitch all day. What you gonna do? Who gonna check me, boo? Okay, on my Sheree Whitfield shit. While all this is happening, Yandy was like, okay, let me change the narrative then, since you guys are like so caught up in this. Let me change the narrative and say, Mendici's loved Erica, you know, that was his ride or die bitch. Like, you know, that's who he wanted to be with. He wanted to marry her, all that. Yandy says that while she was trying to say that Sam was trying to cut her off the entire time. She wasn't trying to let her get a word in, but Yandy said what she said. And then right after she said that, that's when Sam decided she wanted to switch the subject. But beforehand, she wasn't doing that or acting that way. And I was just like, okay, bitch, we see you now. We actually see you. Sam changes the subject to the kids again. I was like, girl, bye. Like, what the hell? So you wanted to talk about Erica, but as soon as Yandy's like making a point, now you want to talk about the kids again? You wouldn't let her get a word in, but now you want to talk about the kids again? Like, it just didn't make any sense to me. She should have never brought up Erica to begin with. End of story. Sam now basically makes it a point to say that in 10 years, if Mendices does anything to Yandy like he's done to the other two females, they're gonna be the ones that she has to turn to and relate to because they've been through it with him already. And so that's why she feels as though they need to put all the bullshit aside and come together. She said that Yandy needs to come off of her high horse. Yandy's like, I'm not on a high horse. Then after she said that, she proceeds to ask Sam if she's done. Sam said, are you done? Yandy's like, yep, and basically gets up and leaves. As she's walking away, Sam says to her that she's like, bye Hollywood. And then Yandy mumbles something about Hollywood under her breath. End scene, Mona comes in, hands both ladies their checks, and it is on to the next scene, okay? So in this next scene, Rich is off on a blind date. And of course it is Ashley's mom, Miracle. I actually find them to be a really cute couple, and I do hope that they work it out. Rich actually admits that they never really broke it off, that they just kind of drifted because probably distance. I think that she looks so good. I don't know how old she is, but if she's any age close to Rich, I think she looks amazing for her age, and her and Ashley are definitely twins. They look exactly alike. They definitely know how to make some cute ass babies because Ashley, I think, is just so pretty. So yeah, I hope they make more. They're both kind of old at this point, but whatever. I like Miracle, and I think that she and Rich have a great friendship, and I'm hoping that we see more of her. I kind of do want them to be together, but I almost feel as though that they won't be together just because they are such great friends and they're co-parenting, and you know, they're in a great place. I feel like they don't want to ruin that with a relationship. And I'm hoping that if they do enter into a relationship again, that Rich isn't a creep anymore, and that, you know, he settles down with, I personally think that he does love her still, but sometimes it's better to love from a distance. So we'll see what happens with that, but I do feel as though they should be together. So the next scene is Pita and Amina, and well, girl, I'm tired. Y'all know how disappointed I am that Amina was even willing to make an appearance on the show again. I'm not here for it at all. The first thing I will address about this whole entire situation is why in the hell are they wearing shoes in the house? And I ain't talking about no slippers. They are full-blown running shoes that these two are wearing, which let me know that they are obviously not in nobody's apartment. This is obviously a set. They do not have an apartment to be in or something, because why are you guys wearing shoes in the house? Like, who does that? Ain't no such thing as indoor shoes in your house. Like, if they're not slippers or socks, something is wrong. I was like, is this the Cosby Show? Like, why the hell they have on shoes in the house? I was very upset about that. I'm like, no. What pissed me off right out the gate was that Amina was there, sitting there like a chump, telling this man, Peter, I could come back to you if you wanted me to, but you don't want me to. And I'm like, could you be any more weak and stupid? Like, why would you ever do that? Why would you ever say that? I'm like, you're showing your cards, first of all. Never do that. And like, don't let him know he has you fucking on smash. Like, I was so mad at that point. I was just like, what is going on here? Which woman in their right mind would ever fucking say that to a man? Like, oh, I was just like, this bitch is weak as hell. I can't believe it. I'm so not impressed right now. I'm glad that she knows that he doesn't want her, but like, why tell him that you know that? Like, what? Why tell him that if he really wanted her to, she would be there for him in a heartbeat? I would never. These bitches. I mean, his dick gotta be bomb. Well, we did see the size of it when she posted that photo, but I'm just like, it can't be that bomb, bitch. You can't be that stupid as a grown woman over some Disney. Bitch. And to add insult to injury, she's telling him this, and this nigga's mentioning divorce. He's ready to divorce her. Like, what? I really think that this was a green card scam. Like, it had to have been. Like, I'm so sorry about it. There's no way that this is a real relationship. Tara's in on it. Everybody's in on it. It's dumb to me. The only thing that I liked about this scene was that she mentioned that she knows what's best for her and her 2 daughters. And that is to get the fuck up out of Dodge. End of story. That's the only thing I liked about the scene. Other than that, they're both fucking idiots. So this next scene is Yandy and Kimbella having some like movie theater night at Kimbella's house. I find it kind of interesting that we never really see Yandy's house. And Yandy's been on the show forever. We've seen her house, I think when Mendices was on the show, we did see their little spot, but we haven't really seen Yandy's house since then. That's kind of weird to me. Yandy is telling Kimbella about her little meetup with Sam and basically spilling the tea on that. And Yandy stays exaggerating situations. Like, even though she did say to Sam, like, okay, let's change it up, say Mendices did love Erica, blah blah blah, she was adding stuff in there that she did not say. Maybe they cut it out and we don't know, but Yandy was trying to tell Kimbella that she told Sam that that Mendices wishes he could have gave Erica the 7-carat ring and blah blah blah. And I was just like, bitch, you did not say that to her. Like, you said stuff, but you ain't say all that. So don't exaggerate it. Just say what it was. What you said was good enough. Like, what you actually said was good enough. Why couldn't you just say that? I was so irritated by that. I was like, no, bitch, don't be stretching the truth out here. It's not that deep. By the end of it, she was basically saying, like, she's over it. Again, she's saying, I don't think I'm going to go to this party. And from the looks of it, I feel like Yandy does try to make it seem like she's all about the kids and stuff, but then when it push comes to shove, she's not showing up to the birthday parties and she's not doing this, that, and the third, and she's always finding an excuse for it, which I don't agree with. Like, she's not being real about the situation, and if it was really about the kids, she would put her pride to the side and, you know, do shit accordingly, but she's not, so I can't even side with her on this. Like, she's looking dumb to me. Yeah, Yandy thought she was hard, talking about they gonna leave in peace or they gonna leave in pieces. I say, bitch, where? Bitch, where? Sam seems like she stays ready, so I don't know about that, but okay, Yandy. Kimbella does offer her opinion on the situation, but obviously it's going to be biased because she only knows what Yandy tells her, and Yandy's her best friend, her pud, so it is what it is. So the next scene was at, I don't really know what this was. I don't know if it was a birthday bash or a celebration. I think it was celebrating the birth of BRONX, which is Peter's last baby. Whatever it was, Amina was playing the piano. She was doing a little bit of a performance. And you see Peter in the back. And I actually thought he was hugged up with Tara, but it was his daughter. And I was just like, whoa, like, how come she looks so much like Tara? Because Tara is obviously not that child's mom. But I thought it was Tara, and I'm like, I know Tara and Peter are not at this event hugged up right now while Amina's there sitting on the piano playing her heart out. Like, I was shocked. I really thought it was Tara, but then Tara ends up showing up after, and I'm like, wait a second, that wasn't Tara I saw? So I had to rewind it and watch it again to realize that it was, in fact, his daughter and not Tara. So I was actually relieved because I'm just like, that is like crazy if Tara is there hugged up with Peter right now while Amina is there at Amina's baby shower. Not baby shower, but like Amina's baby's party. Like, I was like, this is too much for me, but I'm so glad it wasn't her. Anyway, Peter and Amina get to talking, and Amina gets kind of salty that Peter is saying like he needs to be able to see his kids. And Amina's kind of salty about that, and I was just like, honestly, in the world we live in today, she should not be mad about that because so many men, especially in our community, are not in their kids' lives. And for him to want to be in his kid's life is so important, and I feel like she should not be taking that for granted. Like, it's so important for kids, especially young girls and boys too. Everybody needs to have their dad in their life, and so I feel like it's really sad that she's salty that he just wants to be around the kids and not around her, or he just wants to be there for the kids and not necessarily for her. Honestly, you lose them the same way you get them, okay? So that goes for her and Tara. When Peter was with Tara is when he met Amina and cheated on Tara. But apparently when Peter was with the woman he was with before, he cheated on that woman with Tara. And so like it's just been an ongoing cycle, despite the fact that Peter and Tara have been together, well, were together for such a long period. They were in a situationship for such a long period of time. Grown people should not be going through situations like this, honestly. Like, Peter is a fucking grandfather. Like, let's keep it real here. He's a grandfather. This is unnecessary. I don't think she should move so far away. Like, LA and New York are very far, I think. And I don't think that she should be moving that far away, because at the end of the day, the kids are still very young. I mean, if they are rich, it shouldn't be a problem to catch a flight to see, but like, who wants to be flying back and forth to see their kids? Like, she doesn't have to move out of New York. She can move within New York, or move like just a state away where it's like a 3-hour drive or something. She doesn't have to move so far away to start over. But I mean, if that's what she feels she's gonna do or has to do, then go ahead and do that. But I personally don't think it's necessary, especially because the girls are so young. She should be staying pretty local. You don't have to live in the same building. You don't have to live on the same street. You don't have to live, you know, next door. But you do, she should live close enough where they can see their dad on a regular basis and not fucking FaceTime. They start talking about divorce, and I think we already know what's gonna happen there, so whatever. This show has a lot of blended families. I don't think blended families are a bad thing, but it's really, I don't know. Like, there's a lot going on in terms of the blended family thing, and I don't know if y'all saw the tea on Instagram, but Yandy came out with a children's book, and basically the cover of it has 2 baby mothers and 3 kids on it. And so somebody had actually commented and said, "You're missing a kid," and Yandy clapped back at them saying like, "This is not my family on this cover." But the cartoon character daddy looked just like Mendice's, bitch. But okay, bitch, it's not your family. Asim and Erica are not on the cover of the book. I think that she's full of shit, and that it definitely is inspired by her family. And I think that she should have included at least she didn't have to include Erica on the book. She could have just included a 4th kid and, you know, let it be that. But she didn't want to do all that. So okay, but them kids sure do look like her kids and Sam's kid, okay? And there's 2 baby mothers on the cover. There should just be, she should have just included the last kid. She didn't have to put Erica on the cover, but she should have included the last kid, because you never know. Like, Asim could see the book and feel like he's left out because it is his family on that cover. Whether Yandy wants to admit it or not, the rest of them kids, the baby looked just like Skylar, and the other baby looked like Omer, and the big brother looks like little Mendici. So I don't know why she's trying to lie. Like, even the 5 o'clock shadow on the fucking daddy it looks like Mendici's 5 o'clock shadow. And the teeth, the damn fucking veneers, bitch, look just like Mendici's veneers. So I don't know why Yandy trying to lie, but this is not about that, so let's just carry on. Peter actually invited Tara to Bronx's Bronx's party, and he came with the kids, which was cool, I guess. I do want to know when the last time Peter had an STD check was, because he seems to fuck a lot of women raw. He has a shit ton of kids, and that means that I don't think he uses protection. And so I want to know when the last time he got checked was, because if he doesn't have a permanent STD, I would be surprised, honey. Tara and Amina are acting grown, and they had a discussion. They hugged it out, and I was like, wow. It took long for them to get here. They're not going to be best of friends, but they're definitely willing to work on their relationship for the kids. So the last scene is little Mendici's birthday party. Of course, Yandy and the kids did not show up. Little Mendici's is the cutest thing ever. Mendici's has some strong ass jeans, and his kids, all them kids came out looking cute as shit. I don't like that Yandy was not there at all. But of course, Kimbella showed up. For what reason, I don't know. I mean, if Kimbella can show up and start a kerfuffle, I don't understand why Yandy wouldn't show up. Kimbella was saying that her kids hang out with Mendice's kids and blah, blah, blah. I don't know if her kids were at the party, but she certainly was there outside talking that shit. She, to me, looks stupid in the situation because Yandy was invited to the party, but Kimbella was outside acting like Yandy wasn't even invited, and that wasn't the case. And so I was just like, bitch, shut up, please. Like, please. And so Kim, who is Sam's mom, was getting irate at the situation and at the fact that Kimbella was there outside, and Samantha said Samantha told her mom to punch her right in the face. Sam was definitely ready, but she was staying inside and she was laughing. She kept smiling at the situation like, this bitch looking so dumb. And I was like, yeah, I agree with Sam today. Like, Kimbella's out of pocket. It's a kid's birthday party. Like, if you have a problem, if you want to defend your friend, defend her on your own time. Like, don't pop up at little Mendice's party and ruin it. You're a grown-ass woman. Don't make this about the moms right now. Like, come on, bro. Right before the cameras go off and start showing next week's episode, Kimbella, Kim is like to Kimbella, Kim says something like, she's ready to do the Chrissy on her ass. And I was like, oh my god, because Chrissy done beat the shit out of Kimbella. She really did. She dragged her ass. Was it season 1? Or 2, 3? Girl, I don't know. I think it might have been season 3. But she definitely, Chrissy let her have it. So I was dead when Kim said that. Kim is obviously a little crazy. But at the end of the day, she had every right, because I don't know why Kimbella showed up there. Like, I was like, come on, Kimbella, like, please, do better, honestly. Episode ended there. So obviously next week is going to be really exciting. I'm not going to talk about the recap for next week because I don't even fucking remember it. But I know that it's going to be some tea, okay? I really need the season to end, you guys. I do. Like, I don't know what it is, but I just need the season to end now, and I'm over it. I feel like it's been dragged out. I wish it was only 12 episodes, but it's clearly going to be 15 or some shit. Or no, next week might be the last episode, the season finale. Anyway, you guys, I love you all, and I will see you in the next one.